Hello.
Hey Amit, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. So your name is Shashank, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, okay. Okay, Shashank, can you go ahead and tell me about your situation and a couple of minutes give me, so that can give me some idea.
Sure. So I was recently let go from my company,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on an F1 OPT visa.
Uh-huh.
My employer did not file for an H1B this year, so I have about 120 days to find a new job
Okay,
in this market, which is not the best situation to be in.
okay.
But it is what it is, so that's fine. Um, Separately from that, I'm also applying for a PhD,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just because of my personal goals. So I'm waiting for those decisions to come in. They've also been delayed because of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I've received, I guess, um, it's kind of a non-official offer. So I've received basically a fellowship offer that covers my funding for 1 year,
Yeah.
and I need to secure an advisor for that as well. So that's what I'm
I
working on
mean,
right now.
have you received an offer letter or just verbal?
So it's coming from my department. It's an official letter, but I believe that they also have to send me an official admission letter after that. So yeah, it's kind of caught in an administrative
Okay,
delay. Um, so
okay.
yeah, I'm just playing a waiting game right now, I guess, and I want to know a how to reach out to recruiters,
Sure, sure.
kind of just cold messaging them as is, and just really like I guess how to play this out since I'm also waiting for my PhD decisions and I need to find employment and I don't know how anything will pan out.
Right, right. No, no, I understand. I mean, you're not the only one which are having this problem now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've been I think you are probably 10th person who is saying the same thing. So don't feel alone in this thing right now. So this
Yeah,
is
definitely.
especially in last 3 4 days. I would say this has gone very evident now. So let me ask you a couple of things. One is um, um, you are you single or what's your situation right now?
Yeah, I'm unmarried. I
Okay,
don't have kids,
okay,
so no
good, good.
dependents. Yeah.
Good, good. That's good. So another thing is, um, so what I will do, I will go through your questions and then we will have some discussion and if you have some more questions, then I will do. And at base is the my answer would be based on my experience, what is the market right now and what I have been hearing so far. Okay.
Sure.
So absolutely, you're right. Not a good time to get laid off. Not a good time to find a job.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Doesn't mean you can't try. Okay, so right now, and other thing is that you have to understand the type of work you are in. Um, you need a sponsor. Otherwise, if you don't have a green card or citizenship, you are on your own, and
Yep.
basically, you won't get even unemployment benefits and anything like that, right? Um, I understand. So what I understood from your email also that you, your priority is to find a job rather than getting into a PhD program, if I understood correctly. So that's your first thing, if you can find a job.
Well, yeah. So my first thing would be to find a job right now,
Okay.
but I think the overarching thing would be is if I do get into a PhD program, I'll definitely go for that
Okay.
because that's like a personal goal and that takes priority. But like
Okay.
um,
So do you
since it
know
happened so suddenly, kind of
the
caught in between.
PhD program you have applied or you are applying or you're gonna hear when is it for August 2020 or
Yeah, it's for fall
okay.
2020.
So let me ask you if that is the case. And if you said once you said like you've been here you may hear from your university and so forth, I would say that is the right thing to do as so far. I mean,
Yeah,
frankly speaking, there is no option. other than that,
Right. Yeah.
right? And I'm glad that you have been proactive in applying, because there are many students right now, or many people who have been who are in OPT or in visa, that have not even thought about this. So if you have already done that, and if you are confident that you will hear from them, that's a good thing, because one thing I'm also very sure right now is no one is coming from China or India right now. So
Right.
they don't have much option also. So anybody who that's what I'm telling all the at least students who are in OPT or maybe in H1 to go to school back, because they can get admission, I think, relatively much easier right now.
Okay.
Because as I said, I don't expect anyone to come from China or India. I mean, these are the majority graduate students that come, right? So
Hmm.
I don't think that because if this situation hangs till August, I'm not sure how when the travel will be normal and things like that.
Yeah,
I hope,
definitely.
I'm pretty sure, I hope, I mean, you said you have 3 months or 4 months, something like that, right? So I don't think
Yeah.
you should put too much word on that, because right now USGIS is closed, and I'm pretty sure that they will relax it also.
Okay.
That's what my hope is, that they will give another 2 months or so, because the office is closed right now. They are not doing anything, so you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
So as far as you have enough saving that you can stay in your house and you have groceries and all that, I think that should be your first worry right now.
Right.
But other than that, I think you should be fine. And if you feel like it's getting too much, I would recommend moving with your friend or someone, because you don't want to spend. I mean, the where you stay, the rents are skyrocket, so you don't want to pay too much money too.
Right.
And you never know how long this gonna last. So,
Yeah, that's true.
so my company did not sponsor H1. Recruiters are. Do you have any insight as what do you do about the spin it in a way that lessen visa status? So as of now, I can tell you for sure. Actually, I had a friend who was going through the same procedure, and he had actually yesterday I got and was talking to him, and he said two places where he was supposed to go for on-site interview, they canceled it, and then he has a couple of emails in his inbox saying that we have closed this position. So right now it's a panic. No, but actually right now everybody's worried about their well-being rather than worrying about job, right? Unless and
Yeah,
until you work
definitely.
at CVS Pharmacy or Amazon, whatever, those sort of a things. Other than that, I don't think right now, even if you apply somewhere, you will hear something.
Yeah,
Even
definitely.
at our place, I don't think that is the situation right now. But I would definitely say that for you, I think you are ahead in your game if you have already secured admission and a scholarship for a PhD program. You are fine. I mean, that's what my feeling is. That's what you will be going to do next now. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure if thinking about job or I will find a job would be the right thing to do. You can definitely apply. No, nobody's going to stop you to doing that. But if you have a PhD position secured, if you are getting a fellowship, I think if I was you, what I will do is I will put my energy, 80% of my energy is making sure that I get that letter.
Yeah.
Because if that is gone, then you will be in big trouble.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much the
yeah,
same conclusion I've reached. So,
yeah. And I need. So I am not sure why you are. So here is another thing. I will say you again. I don't think you should worry about if you don't get a job, what happened. I don't think you should worry. I think that is your biggest worry right now, that I will become out of status and all that. I don't think you are the only person in this situation right now. Just imagine even students who are about to graduate or who have graduated in December and don't have a job and they have not even still received their OPT. They have because the office is closed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
you are in much clear situation. At least you have a OPT. But those students, because uh, if the UIGS is closed for another 2 months, will that their status will be they will be out of status? I don't think that will happen. So,
Okay.
because what I hear from your email right now is I feel that you are more worried about your status than anything else.
Hmm.
I don't think you should worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So chill. In that sense, you take a chill now. You should be fine. As far as finding a job, so that's one thing that I see from your questions. Second thing, you are really like, I want a job. I want a job. I can tell you right away, not a good time. Not a good time to lose a job, definitely. And so, again, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't apply, but if you go on LinkedIn um, or any place, yesterday there was news that even alone in Ohio, last week they had 4,000 applications for unemployment. This week alone, they have received more than 60,000 applications this week alone, and these are U.S. citizens,
Right.
which do not have to worry about visas. Which do again, these are service sector also, restaurants and all that. But you can imagine it's a trickle down situation. So
Yeah.
what you are seeing right now is earthquake. The tsunami is going to come. So this is just an
Yeah.
earthquake. I mean, whatever we are seeing, nobody even thought about it in February 15th, actually.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody was celebrating Valentine, right? So this happened just in 2 weeks, I would say. And in 2 weeks, if you can see that much of a panic, just imagine what's going to happen. Even if universities go online, that means you really can't go then, right?
Yeah.
And I have friends who are professors in some universities, and I was talking up to a few of them as what's going to happen to like your project and things. Nobody knows actually.
Yeah.
So because that's where the funding comes, right, for students. So if there is no funding, if there is nothing, that's what's going to happen. So keep your finger crossed in that sense. This The expectation is that this situation is going to be there till August. So, but the problem here is even at August, when the normalcy comes, nobody knows, because if there's even one person out there, nobody will take a chance, right? The
Right.
normalcy is going to take another. So, my advice to you would be one, do as much as you can to make sure that your admission gets secure, because that will put you in safe position. Then you don't have to worry about other things or going back to India, if that is the case. That's number one. Number two is uh, make sure that you put all your finances on track. Number three,
Yeah.
also check with your current employer that are they gonna give you some severance package? Are they gonna pay you your sick days? Are they gonna pay you? So get as much money as you can. Okay. So let me tell you what I would do if I was in your position. I would number one thing I will do is I will make sure that I have that admission letter in my hand. Number two, I will again keep applying for jobs. That's a separate thing. And also, I see from your resume that your resume is to me looks very much focused on characterization
Sure. Yeah.
and all that, right? I won't mind if I have 2, 3 parallel resumes,
Mm.
which one would be good for semiconductors, one would be probably good for aerospace companies, one would be so have 2, 3 resumes is not a bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So also try to pan out that, and as I think if you have friends that in LinkedIn that are in Intel or somewhere, try to do as much networking.